Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah and today I want to review this beautiful wig for you, which is called Mika by René of Paris in the gorgeous color White Rose Blonde R. Now, if you want to know what special features she has, how the color is composed, how the cap looks from the inside, and how I like her, then stick around and let's get started. Now, I have the beautiful Mika here on loan again from my very dear friend and wig sister Tina, who just recently got it. Other than myself, she loves to shop in the USA and also get styles that my favorite German online wig shop Perückenglück does not have, and she loves the adherence brands like René of Paris. And after she got this one here, she was convinced that I would love this just as well, since she knows me well, and asked me if I'd like to try her and review her. And of course I said yes. So Tina sent over 2 new styles from Adherence, and I can tell you I love them both, and of course I will show you both. And today we are starting with the lovely Mika. I think she came out this year in 2025. I'm not completely sure, I didn't check, but it's one of the new styles from René of Paris, and it also has a brand new color, which I absolutely love, and we're gonna talk about that at the end of the video, as always. And when I first tried this on, I must say René of Paris keeps surprising me every time I put on a new style, since they really have changed in a humongous way. Because when I think of René of Paris a couple of years back, I always think lots of permatees, high density, the lace fronts were rather, yeah, I mean, nice styles. Not a great choice of colors, especially blondes. I mean, there were times when creamy toffee, or what it's called, was the lightest blonde they had. And now look at this. So I think they just made a huge jump and changed more or less everything. And I'm very, very impressed by the quality of this wig, of the cap, of the special features, and of that gorgeous color. And the style itself, I would say, is a layered long bob with a very modern cut. It looks like a razor cut. It's feathered out here. And this style reminds me of several ones I have or had and have reviewed. For example, Showrunner by Raquel Welch, which I just recently reviewed. I think it's pretty similar, and I think it also looks just like Genova by Beltress, which I also have reviewed before. And the flippy ends also remind me a tiny little bit of Flip the Script by Raquel Welch. And of course, I love these styles, and I also love Mika here, and that much that I will probably have to get her too. And as always, I'm so grateful that I get the chance to review them. So Tina, thank you ever so much for lending them to me. Now, when we have a look at the special features, this wig features an extended lace front and a left side lace or monofilament part, and these special features are done really well. But one thing that really surprised me that I have to point out is that the ear tabs here are extremely thin. They lay super flat, they are super thin, but they are still lined inside, and they're not open, and they just look so good. And the whole cap feels really great, and like I said, the special features are done extremely well, and as always I'm going to show you this from up close. So here is that gorgeous lace front, which is really done beautifully in my opinion. The density is perfect. It has beautiful platinum blonde highlights here at the hairline, but it's not a white band like some other brands did before. I think it's just perfect, and as you can see, it's extended all the way down here into the ear tabs. And also the part here is perfect in my opinion. You can see through to my scalp, or rather the wig cap I'm wearing underneath, but it still has enough density so it doesn't look like alopecia. Like I said, I think it's really done beautifully, and there are more great features that I'll get to in a minute. And like I said, overall it has a low density, But here on top, the density is enough for a very natural look, in my opinion. Now, like I said, she is not available at perückenglück.de, and I just recently talked about why. And if you think they should be available at Perückenglück in Germany, then I suggest you just email Adorans USA, which is the corporation behind all these brands like René of Paris, Noriko, the Alexander Couture collection, Amour, and so on. And let them know you would love to get these wigs in Germany. And by the way, they ship worldwide. But I think it's, of course, more interesting to people in Europe than in the United States, where you will definitely get this cheaper than in Europe and re-import it to the US, of course. But if we have a look at the price, this here is priced around, at the time of making this video, this is priced around $330 US, and the price is approximately the same or slightly lower than the Beltress City collection compared to the Genova. And of course, it's a little higher than other styles from the Alexander Couture collection, for example, which also are fabulous and have great and very similar special features, just to give you an idea of what you will get for your buck. All right, now let's have a look at her from all sides, and after that, of course, also outside in natural daylight. Isn't she cute? Do you like her? Is she on your wish list, or can you imagine getting her? Please let me know in the comments below. Now, the cap fits pretty average, in my opinion, and as always, let's have a look at the cap from the inside. Now, the fibers, like I said, are heat defined, which I of course love and prefer, and that means they are not as shiny as the regular synthetic fibers, and they do feel great. They feel extremely lightweight, which of course is also due to the low density, I would say. They are a tiny little bit tangly. If I try to run my fingers through, you know, they get stuck a little bit. And this wig is brand new. I think Tina has just worn it 3 to 4 times. So it would be a little early to tangle, but this is something, you know, in that length that we get all over the other brands as well. This can also happen if you have a Raquel Welch or Beltress style or any other brand. But since these are heat defined, you can use your heat tools to alter the style if you like, and also treat the ends once they get frizzy. And so this is definitely not a problem for me. The density, like I said, is really low. It almost feels like a hand-tied cap. And what's also special and new for René of Paris is I don't feel any permatease at all. Not on top, and also the part that has a basic cap underneath, you know, the other side of the part, nor in the back, nor on the sides. I just don't feel any permatease at all, which of course is fabulous. All right, now let's have a look at that gorgeous color outside in natural daylight. Although I think it started raining again. It's a really dreary day today, and it has been pouring all day, but we'll try it anyways. Now, isn't this color just gorgeous? It's called White Rose Blonde R, and unfortunately I couldn't find a color code. Like with the other René of Paris colors, it's always a little difficult to find a color code, but I can tell you how René of Paris describes the color. They say it's a white blonde base with a subtle warm brown root, and that creates a vibrant appearance. Well, I think I agree. They also say it's a cool color. I can just tell you I absolutely love this color, and it reminds me actually of two colors that I love. One is the Shaded Iced Sweet Cream by Raquel Welch. I think it's pretty similar to that. Unfortunately, I don't have any here, so I can compare it to that. But it also reminds me a little bit of Bombshell Blonde by Beatrice, which we all know has been discontinued, unfortunately, which is a real pity since I love that color so much. But luckily, I still have styles in that color, so I can show it to you for a direct comparison. So here is a Bombshell Blonde in direct comparison to White Rose Blonde R. And I would say these colors are pretty close. Although the White Rose Blonde here is even lighter and also cooler and ashier than the Bombshell Blonde, which looks a little warmer, a little more yellowish than this one here. I think the white and the platinum dominates on this color here. And I can just say I absolutely love it. And what I love most is, if you watched my review of Showrunner, I told you that I'm not such a big fan of Shaded Biscuit in the ear tabs, since the ear tabs always are just dark and there are no highlights. Now have a look at this ear tab. Now can you see? They brought the highlight color all the way down the ear tab to the ears. And I absolutely love this. I think it's much more consistent, and this is something I wish Raquel Welch would do. I think it's just, you know, in my opinion, it just looks better if the platinum highlights are all around and don't stop here at the temple or in the middle of the ear tab. So, like I said, I think it's an absolutely gorgeous color. Alright, that was my review of Mika. I hope you liked it and it's helpful. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. It's free and it really helps my channel. Now, thank you all so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you're well. Stay that way, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. And as always, I'm so grateful to Tina for lending them to me. I'm so grateful that I get the chance to review. Yeah, they just really feel great. And if you also Now, if you want to see more of these newer René of Paris styles, then also have a look at this one here. And you might also like this one here. And if you also think that all the Adorance brands should be available at Perückenglück, why not write an email and let Adorance USA know that they should sell directly to Perückenglück? I think that would be fabulous.